¿Cómo impacta la IA generativa en la mejora de los procesos corporativos, especialmente en aquellos relacionados con SAP, ¿no? La plataforma de gestión corporativa por excelencia en el mercado? Bueno, pues sobre este asunto y sobre cómo conseguir mayores tasas de automatización, flexibilidad y agilidad, ¿no?, en los procesos empresariales ligados a este software, vamos a hablar hoy con Luis Gómez Silva. Él es el responsable del Fab Lab, especializado en innovación en SAP, de Inetum, la consultora tecnológica. Muchísimas gracias, Luis, por estar con Computer World. Thank you for being with us today.
Hola, es un placer estar aquí at Computer World.
Luis, to what extent will generative AI transform the business processes? What do you think about
At Inetum, we believe that AI and generative AI will be the next technology revolution, following the steps of the invention of electricity, of the assembly line of Henry Ford, and even the internet. If we think when we had the electricity, we need to bring the electric grill. When we have the assembly line, it was necessary for the companies to rethink the way that they do manufacturing. And with the internet, we need to change completely the way that we were organized with companies, employees, and so on. So with AI, you need to rethink all these processes. First, infrastructure. In order to have AI, you need to be on the cloud. You need to invest on cloud to have infrastructure and to have a different way, a different computing power. But with that approach, the Iberia location in the world is critical, because every submarine cable that we have currently entering in Europe, they are entering in Iberia. So if we have a data center that is here in Iberia, we are automatically connect with North America, with South America, with Africa, even with Asia through the Suez Canal. So if you decide to put your data center here in Iberia, you are with zero latency to all these regions. So this is the first. The second is companies need to rethink, to reimagine their processes. Like the new assembly line, you need to rethink the way that you are producing, manufacturing things, because with Gen AI, everything is changed. The workloads is changing. The way that you do decision making is changing. And finally, you need to understand that you need to reskill your workforce. It's the only thing to take advantage of this revolution. So it's a revolution.
Okay. Well, tell us, because you work for Inetum, an IT consultancy company, and you have this Fab Lab. What's the work you do there? And
yes.
How do you have
Inetum decided to create this Fab Lab. This is dedicated spaces to research and development. We have 7 spaces, 6 in Europe, 1 in Casablanca. We have 1 in Madrid and 1 in Lisbon. And the focus is to do research and development, to be aligned with our customers, to co-innovate for them, with them. What we have done in these past years was following the SAP footsteps. First, on-premise. We created 15 years ago solutions that could enhance their processes on-premises in their local data centers, with solutions here in Europe, in South America, in Africa. And when SAP decided to go to a new presentation layer that was Fiori, the web with smartphones, we took those steps. We created solutions that could improve and rethink the way that we provide data and processes to the users. Easy reporting, easy mobile process, easy master data is the set of solutions that we can rethink the traditional way of providing transaction. And then, when SAP went to the cloud, what Inetum did was create the adopt-to-win solution. It's a solution where you can, reducing the risk in a matter of weeks, have a public cloud deployment available. And finally, generative AI. As soon as generative AI appeared, we took advantage of this and we created a platform that is agnostic, independent of the business process, that is installed in SAP BTP, and we can deploy it to all customers.
Okay. Well, we are talking about the benefits of Gen AI, in this kind of projects. What are the real benefits of betting for this technology?
We think this. any task that doesn't add value to the process can be enhanced with GenAI. If we think the amount of data that we receive through our emails, WhatsApp, when I need to ask what is the status of a process that I have, and someone needs to read that email, needs to understand what is inside the email, needs to go to SAP to a specific transaction, execute a report, then needs to rethink the outcome of this report, reply to my email with an answer. This doesn't make sense. We can do automation, we can do it faster, we can do it better, with less errors. So we are focusing on the processes that we think that need to be improved. Order to cash, procure to pay, hire to retire. Since the onboarding until the offboarding of the employee, there are so many tasks that don't add value to the process that with GenAI that can be done automatically.
But I suppose there are some challenges, no, in this kind of projects. What are them?
Yes, the main challenge, I think, it's the lack of knowledge. Companies are afraid. They need to be advised to understand how can they take advantage of this new technology. Then there is the data challenge. That is, if companies don't think about their data, the quality of data, how to give meaning to that data, they cannot take advantage of this data. We usually say that garbage in, garbage out. If you cannot put your data in the correct structure or unstructured way that you can take advantage of this model, you will not give any advantage to this process. And we need to think data in a different way. In the past, for the business requirement, we were only using texts and numbers coming from reporting. Now you can use image, you can use vision, you can use sounds, you can use diagrams, you can use a different set of information in this process. So this is the set of the challenges that companies are facing.
Could you give us some examples, real examples of the experiences with clients?
What we did, because this is a challenge for our customers, is to put this in 10 use cases that a starting point for our customers. And we are working here in Iberia with the top customers in financial and in oil, for instance, creating smart agents, a company guru that can understand a specific process. And it can help to solve ticketing or to support the first level of engagement to give answers about the process. In a pharmaceutical company, we are supporting the bid management to analyze public requests of proposals to see if they make sense and if they have the therapeutical information that this pharmaceutical company can reply. But we are changing the customer experience. For small retailers, I can now have agents where I can just scan a picture of my favorite cookie and ask, is it available on the store? And the agent cannot just give me an answer, yes, or go to this near store that you have, but why don't you taste this flavor? Why don't you change to a different things? And because I said procure to pay, we are working with construction companies to have their procure to pay completely rethink. So when you are managing a construction site, you don't need to have so many papers to do so many background processing in order to receive information from your supplier, delivery notes, invoice, and then to pay. You just have to scan, take a picture, and then the process will go. So this is the areas where we are working together with customers.
Okay. How do you see the future of AI agents?
I cannot envision the future. I think in the last months it's clear that no one can with accuracy say what will happen. But I can give you the vision of the present. Okay. And AI agents, it's currently real. We are using, and what an AI agent does, they are very specific and they know how to engage with the process. They are focusing on what is the input and what is the expected outcome. And as soon as some information appears, they will be very fast saying, okay, I can do this task, it's already done. So they are doing this much faster, better, and with less errors than a human. I don't think they are smarter than us. I'm on 100% that they don't are. But for specific tasks, they are much better than us. So they are improving the way that we do specific tasks.
Okay. Well, you're an expert in SAP. How do you see the evolution of the company in these years in the Iberian market? No,
Yeah.
Because the company has, it's facing a lot of changes. What are the concerns of your clients? Tell us about.
They decide to go from on-premise to cloud. They did this before the hype of the AI and generative AI. And they were right, because it's the only way that you can scale, that you can grow, that you can be agile in the processes, not being focused on, I need to upgrade my system because I have this legal requirement. This will impact my production, the way that I sell. No, through the cloud journey, and you have two different approaches. You can go with RISE on a private cloud, or you can go with GROW on public cloud. You can redesign the way that you are concerned about cybersecurity, maintaining your systems, and focusing on processes. Mm-hmm. This is critical. And with SAP BTP, that is the cloud that is supporting this infrastructure, you can focus on being even more agile, more fast. And this is the core where we are going to put the AI agents, all the platform that is supporting this. So they did this step many years ago, and they were right.
Mm. And what about the clients? How are they absorbing this news?
They are a little bit lost, to be honest. I think they need to be advised what is the correct path, because currently the technology is changing so fast. Each 2 months a new model will say that is better than the previous. So if you are focusing on technology, you will never start a project, because you will lose sense of time, you lose sense of return of investment. You will think that, okay, I'm going to lose money, so I will stop, but you cannot stop, because things are running very, very fast. So I think you need to trust a partner like Inetum to advise you, to understand what is the best change that you need to do in your business process in order to achieve the return of investment that you are hoping to achieve.
Mm-hmm. So to finish, what's your recommendation for a client who wants to start this journey?
First, I think it's important to talk with a partner like Inetum. Yes. We can advise you, can take you on a journey to do design thinking section, to do exploration session, to understand what is the things that you need to change in your processes to be aligned with this new technological revolution. This is the first step. Then comes technology. Don't think about technology. Think about the way that you need to rethink your processes. And we are here to help you. We have an adopt-to-win change and approach for the public cloud. We have an call to action in a way that we can focus what is our expected outcome in the next 2, 6 months, 1 year. And we are here to support you.
Great. Thank you. Obrigado.
Muito obrigado.